Namaste, Sacred Masters, and welcome to this pick a card session for your shadow work. We have the deck shuffled and 3 random cards from the Dark Mirror Oracle deck placed before you. If you want to purchase this deck, look for the link in the description box below. You can pause the video and take your time to see if any of these cards resonate with you, and then use the time code in order to jump to the card you choose. This is card 1, 2, and 3. Don't forget there are many more pick a card videos to choose from. You can find them in my playlist, Shadow Work Pick a Shadow Card, on my channel's main page, so don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell for more pick a card sessions. After you pick your card, I will explain what each card means in the book. Now, the book's description is poetic and can be confusing sometimes, but for the sake of sharing, I will read it out, then give you my interpretation of it. You will hear my interpretation when I remove my mask and speak with my normal voice. I will also give you a shadow prompt in order to get started on some shadow work based on the card you pick, together with Grabovio codes to help with your shadow work sessions, or sometimes a link to another video relating to the matter. Alright, let's get started. Pick a card and jump to the timestamp. The card you picked is Anger and Chains, and is represented by the waning crescent moon phase. It is illustrated with lions and sparks and chains and signs and lines all melted together. Geometry and colors like an explosion. The sentence that resonates with this card is, I've got to break free. I want to be free. This card shows that anger is not the road to clarity. It's not a controlled effort or a cold dish. It is raw, primal, explosive. It is the loss of reason, the loss of restraint, a bomb burning bright in black color, a wax seal carefully crafted to be immediately broken. But anger is also freedom. How can you break a single thread woven with a million of others? How can you unfether yourself from a bad situation, letting all the rest unchanged? It doesn't work like that. When you need to break free, you need to shake and shout. And more things will be broken than just what you want to hurt. They're like a bundle. You can target, but you cannot choose. Break many to break one. Save one to save many. The name of the card should give you a clue as to what shadow work prompt this is. From experience, we know that anger binds us in a chain of negativity. Anger leads us to do many things that we later regret, or even worse, take us further down into the vibrational chart to sadness and depression as well. Anger can be a survival trait in which we act out when we are frightened, or it could be an expressive trait in which we communicate intensely when all other forms of communication fail. But most often than not, after we are done being angry, we feel shame. Shame for our behavior that we later regret. In the absence of shadow work, anger is the most common way our shadow child and our shadow side spills out and lashes out. Unfortunately, we do it to the people nearest and closest to us. This card holds the basis of shadow work, so I could give a million shadow prompts for it. For the sake of getting started, let's just begin by asking ourselves, what emotion brings out the worst in you? What do you think that is? How can we do shadow work to heal it? Can we do shadow child work to heal ourselves? If you want a whole course that is free on healing the shadow child, click on the link above or look at the description box below. When contemplating on these intense emotions, use Grabovio code 10011050010 to invite energies of peace around you. If you want to know how to use Grabovio codes in your sessions for meditating or journaling, check out the link above or in the description box below. I hope this session gives you something to work on. Pick up your shadow journals and let's start finding our inner and true authentic self. I'll try to post more pick a card every week depending on my schedule, so that gives you some time to sit with your shadow prompt and begin working on positive changes to a new life. If you found something new about yourself, don't forget to comment and share with others as well. This not only helps build courage and self-esteem, but it also encourages others that they are not alone. I'll see you in the next session. Namaste. The card you chose is the card Sacrifice. It is represented by the waning gibbous moon and is illustrated as a beautiful female knight that wears heavy armor. She holds a blade in front of her, and a blade of light slices across her face, showing the deadly seriousness of her stare, the mirror of her resolve. The sentence relating to the card is, I have accepted my duty, and in my release I found freedom. This card talks about the strong power of sacrifice. Our fears, our hopes, they're all chains to a small world. Our sense of self is a small petty creature of uncertain resolve and shaky horizons. With sacrifice, we renounce our sense of self. We accept to be lost. We accept to be shaken, and cut, and bruised, and hurt, and burdened, and locked, and stricken, and despised, and gossiped, and betrayed, to be misunderstood, and be left on over our broken dreams, to rot, to die, with just word of thanks, while the world goes on over our broken dreams. But when we drown our sense of self in sacrifice, we are also a greater person. We are screaming, I exist, I made the difference. We accepted a price to pay, and we used our blood and tears as currency. That gave us the right to stand tall.
While it is true that sacrifice for external validation is always a bad thing, we must understand too that sacrifice can be a good thing. For example, if we sacrifice our time and social life for our children, that is what makes a person great. On the other hand, when we sacrifice because of others, like a demanding spouse forcing us to do something and it is against our will, then that is a bad thing. Your shadow prompt today will be, what are my good sacrifices and bad sacrifices? Other than your children, direct family, and greater good, be sure to sit down and contemplate about what sacrifices you have made that you can let go to reclaim the real and authentic you. Are you sacrificing yourself to avoid conflict? To please someone? Sit and think about this with the Grabovio code 792439797 to tap into the energies of freedom. If you want to know how to use Grabovio codes in your sessions for meditating or journaling, check out the link above or in the description box below. I hope this session gives you something to work on. Pick up your shadow journals and let's start finding our inner and true authentic self. I'll try to post more pick a card every week depending on my schedule, so that gives you some time to sit with your shadow prompt and begin working on positive changes to a new life. If you found something new about yourself, don't forget to comment and share with others as well. This not only helps build courage and self-esteem, but it also encourages others that they are not alone. I'll see you in the next session. Namaste.
You chose the Temple of My Body card. The card relates to the moon phase of the first quarter and is illustrated with a succubus-like creature with claws resembling nails that holds a very thin silver chain, and the pendant on it appears like a crimson tear of blood. The sentence that describes the feeling of the card is, my body is the temple of my soul. It has no secrets to me. So what does this card mean? This card is about the darkness in the body. Culture can make us take distance from what is our corporality. So many religions and customs, for instance, demonize sex in many different ways, lacing it with guilt as an assassin could lace food with poison. On the other side, we are collaborators in cheapening our body, hiding it, being shamed by it, selling it, giving it away for nothing. It happens when we accept an abusive relationship, when we refuse to respect the body of another, or more simply when we do things like being too lazy to eat healthy. Our body is a temple. It cannot be defiled. We can take a shower, raise our chin, feel proud. It is our body, ours.
What this card tells us is that oftentimes we neglect to take care of ourselves. Whether or not it is through intimacy or what we put into our body like food, we have to take care of our bodies because it was the first gift to us from the universe. It is our only vessel, and once it is defiled and decayed, it is gone forever. Your shadow prompt for this would be, what are times I have done harm to my body? I want you to make a list today, and then on the other side of the list, begin to write down all the ways you can do the opposite. Begin to start your journey on taking care of yourself so that you can show the world what a wonderful sentient being you are. You can use this healing music that I'll put on the link above and description below for perfect health. The Grabovia code in the video that can help you is 1814321, which is used for self-healing of the body. If you want to know how to use Grabovia codes in your sessions for meditating or journaling, check out the link above or in the description box below. I hope this session gives you something to work on. Pick up your shadow journals and let's start finding our inner and true authentic self. I'll try to post more pick a card every week depending on my schedule, so that gives you some time to sit with your shadow prompt and begin working on positive changes to a new life. If you found something new about yourself, don't forget to comment and share with others as well. This not only helps build courage and self-esteem, but it also encourages others that they are not alone. I'll see you in the next session. Namaste.